Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise and I am the owner of The Untamed Thread, which is an online resale business. I sell clothing, shoes, and handbags for women and men. I sell on Shopify, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So if you are interested in seeing anything that I have available in my stores, I will leave the links in the description below. If you shop in my Shopify store and enter code YouTube30 at checkout, you will receive 30% off your entire order, and you receive free shipping for orders $45 or more. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and supporting my channel. So today I'm going to go over my sales for August, and what I've been doing is going through my most profitable and least profitable sales for each month. So if you want to know how I did in the month of August, stay tuned. All right, so this is a recap from August. Again, I'm just going through my 10 least profitable and 10 most profitable sales just to give you kind of an idea and a balance of kind of where I ended up overall for the month. I will say that, I don't know, August was not that great either compared to July. So I thought it was kind of picking up. It felt like it, but I think I had a little bit higher dollar sales than volume, so I guess that's fine too. And what was a little bit difficult in pulling this together is I ended up selling quite a few things on ThreadUp, which I'm doing separate videos for, so those won't be included in either of these totals. And then I took a bunch of stuff to buy, sell, trade, which you will have seen in one of the previous videos. And so they took a lot of those pieces as well, but I am taking out those if they were most profitable or least profitable. Mostly they'd probably be least profitable, just because I already did a recap video on that. So that is just a little bit of a disclaimer on how I'm looking at my most profitable and least profitable sales for this month. So what I do is just give you kind of numbers overall, and then I will go through my top 10 least profitable and show a screenshot up here so you can see what it was. I'll tell you how much I sold it for, my cost of goods, what platform I sold it on, and then where I sourced it from. And then I'll go through my most profitable sales, again, shooting up a screenshot with all that same information. All right, so let's just jump in with the recap. For August, I sold a total of 117 pieces. I sold 51 on Poshmark, which is low, 18 on eBay, also low, 3 on Mercari, about standard, and then 2 on my Shopify store, which, I don't know, anywhere between 2 and 5 or 2 and 8 usually on my Shopify store each month. Not a huge amount, but some. And then between ThreadUp and Buy Sell Trade, I did sell 43 pieces. So my total average sale price for this month was $22.31, not too bad, but my average profit per piece was $13.22. So that actually includes anything that I sold on ThreadUp or Buy Sell Trade. So I didn't want to take that number out because that kind of represents the whole of everything. Just the detail of most profitable and least profitable, I left out those pieces out. And then my average cost of goods for this month was $4.40 for everything that I sold. So that is a little bit higher than what I typically have. Usually it's around $2 and some change, but I think some of that is because I had some high cost of good items that went both to ThreadUp and to the Buy Sell Trade. So, all right, so that is the recap. And then we will jump into, first of all, the least profitable sales. I will start with my most least profitable to my highest least profitable. I'm not sure how to say that. Give me some suggestions below, but you know what I mean. All right, so first of all, we will start out with this New with Tags bundle of 2 Madewell and J. Crew t-shirts in a size small. I sold these on Poshmark. My cost of goods was $22. I got these from that Boutique by the Box palette that I had bought, I don't know, probably about a year ago now or more. And the cost of goods on those was $11 a piece. I sold the bundle for $18, so I actually lost $7.60, which I'm not surprised at. Again, I have a lot of these kind of t-shirts left over, tank top, things that are not going to sell for a whole lot. So overall, I've made a nice profit on those palettes. So thinking of buying another one, but I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. All right, next I have this Vince Camuto floral tiered hem boho dress in a size small. This sold on Poshmark for $8. My cost of goods was $3.50. I actually thrifted this. I don't know why. I just thought it was, I think it was more of a style pickup. Vince Camuto doesn't sell for a whole lot, but this sat for a really long time. And I did like, I think a huge, this month I did a couple of huge like low offer to buyers or offer to likers. Like 50% off, 55% off with discounted shipping. I think this was one of those. So anyway, someone took that offer for $8. My total profit was $1.55. So I still made a profit, but not that great. All right, next we have this Suzanne Batro Weekend Mixed Print Baby Doll Top in a size 4XL. Now I picked up this brand at the bins, mostly because I thought it had kind of a little bit of a cult following. I think this is sold on the shopping channel, and especially with the size, but this sat for a really long time. And this was another one of those where I offered $7. Somebody took it. My cost of goods was $1.18, so I made $2.87. Next, I have this Prana Racerback Strappy Activewear Top in a size small. This sold on Poshmark for $10. I was hoping to get more. I ended up thrifting this actually for $3.84. I just thought it would go for a little bit higher, but it sat for a while, so I took the offer, and my profit was $3.21. Next, I have these Nula Tags Madewell Linen Blend Harlow Wide Leg Pant in a size, I had a size 2 or 4. Part of that is because I sold this on eBay, and I believe they were a size 2. And I ended up getting a return request saying they were the largest size 2 pants they've ever received, so they did not fit. I do take returns on eBay pretty much for anything. So I ended up listing these as a size 2 or 4, and I really emphasized checking the measurements in the listing, which from the eBay sale was a little bit annoying because I had all the measurements in there. They just didn't clearly look at them. Anyway, I sold these again on Poshmark for $20. My cost of goods was $11. This was from the Boutique by the Box palette, and I made $5. I was hoping to get a lot more for those, but I mean, this was second time around. They had been on a journey. Just get them out. All right, next I have this Nula Tags Made Cloth Making My Way Down to Miami is the name of the dress. It is a size small. I sold this on Poshmark for $13. My cost of goods was $3.99. I actually thrifted this. I thought, you know, my cloth doesn't sell for a whole lot anymore, but I thought it being Nula Tags, I would have been able to get more for it, but this sat forever. So I took the $13 offer. I made $6.06 total. Next are these Blowfish Camouflage High Top Distressed Sneakers in a size 6.5. I sold these on Poshmark for $12. My cost of goods was $2.87. This was actually from a ThredUp 15-piece shoebox that I bought eons ago. And I must have had a bunch of credits because usually the shoes cost of goods are around $5.30 or something like that. This was only $2.87, so I must have had a discount. Anyway, my profit on these was $6.18. I was just happy to see them go with the size, and again, they've been sitting a long time. Next are these Talbot's patent leather ankle strap heels in coral size 8.5. Now these I thrifted. These were like in excellent condition. Like they look like they'd never been worn. So I had really high hopes for these because they were actual real leather. But once again, they sat and they sat and they sat for a very long time. Somebody finally offered me $15 for them. I took the offer. I paid $5.24 for these, and my total profit was $6.76. So I'm bummed because those were really just a really pretty color. They were in great condition. I really thought I was going to get more. Next, I have this splendid striped Henley in a boy size 7. I got this at the bins. I paid 97 cents. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but I don't know why. Anyway, it sold for $11. These are my Poshmark sales, are my least profitable. For $11, and so my profit was $7.08, which probably isn't bad for a boy's top. And then last on this list is this new with tags Untuck It 100% linen plaid long sleeve button down shirt in a size 6. This sold on Poshmark. I think I told you about my whole history with these Untuck It shirts. I took a bunch to buy, sell, trade. Not a bunch, 5, because I'm afraid they weren't going to take more. I'm probably going to take more. I have a hard time getting rid of these, but anyway, I sold this on Poshmark for $15. It being 100% linen, I was hoping to get more, but again, I'm kind of taking all offers on these if you're interested. My cost of goods was $4.90, and my profit was $7.10. And I got these from Boutique by the Box. So, all right, so those are my least profitable sales. And then moving on to my most profitable sales of August, which, you know, are more fun than the least profitable. And I'll go from least most profitable to most profitable for the month. All right, the first thing we have are these new with tags Everlane the 90s way high hidden buttonfly jeans in a size 27. I sold these on eBay for $56.99. Again, on eBay, I charge $6.99 shipping for all orders. I also forgot to say, which I usually do, is when I talk about profit, that is pure profit. That is subtracting any platform fees, any shipping costs, and any my cost of goods already. So that includes, so it is pure profit when I say profit. These I got from a Boutique by the Box mystery jeans box, and my cost of goods was $16.10. And my profit on these was $25.90. Next was a Zara vegan leather oversized snap front jacket shirt in a size extra large. It looks like a men's, but it was actually a women's. I actually got this from the bins. I paid $1.38 for this, and someone on Poshmark paid full price. $38 is what I had listed it for, so I was shocked because usually Zara, I mean, I put that up as a high price, but hey, I'll take it. So my profit on that was $29.02. Next, we have this Anthropologie Robin floral ruffle tiered mini dress in a size extra small. This again sold on Poshmark. Once again, full asking price. Like I said, I didn't sell as much in volume, but in terms of sold price and profit, I feel like I did a little bit better. Sold on Poshmark for $38. I also got this at the bins, paid $1.31 for this. So my profit was $29.09. Next, I have this new with tags Grace Karen Argyle print cardigan sweater in a size small. This sold on eBay once again for my full price, $41.99. That includes that $6.99 shipping. My cost of goods was $1.24. I found this at the bins, and my total profit was $29.32. Next are these Rag & Bone Logan Linen Blend Buttonfly High Rise Wide Leg Jeans in a size 30. These sold on Poshmark for $40. These were actually a personal piece of mine. I bought these a couple years ago, and they just never fit right. They've been sitting in my closet. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than a size 30. And they're kind of a linen blend, so they get really big. I don't know, like they stretch out and they get kind of big. Anyway, I charged myself $1 for these cost of goods, and my profit then was $31. The next are these AYR, the Pop Raw Hem Straight Leg Jeans in a size 25 short. Now, I thrifted these knowing that with the size being a short, it might be a little bit, take longer to sell, but these didn't take too long to sell, a few months, I think. These sold on Poshmark for $46. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but with that size, 25 short, I definitely took the offer. My cost of goods was $4.79, so my total profit was $32.01. Next, I have this Ralph Lauren Ralph Lauren, I keep doing that, Ralph Lauren corduroy collar belted trench coat in a size medium. This was in one of my last bins hauls I did, maybe two of them ago. I paid $2.12. I sold this on Poshmark for $47 very quickly, and made $35.48 profit. This next was this DKNY soft shell waterproof trench coat with removable hood. Now I know when I sourced this from the bins, I said that if someone didn't buy it, I might keep it for myself because it was in excellent condition and it was a great jacket. Knowing that DKNY does not typically sell for a whole lot, but I sold this actually in my Shopify store. Somebody paid $49 for this. I paid $1.61 at the bins, and my total profit was $38.80. Next were these Nulitags Patagonia Dirt Craft Mountain Bike activewear pants in a size 10. These literally sold, I think, less than 24 hours. No, less than 48 hours. I think I had them listed for almost 2 days. If you remember, I sourced these from the bins. I paid $1.82 for them. They sold on Poshmark for full price at $65, and my profit was $50.18. I was expecting offers on that as well. I priced it a little bit higher. I know they retailed, I think, for $149. The MSRP was still on the tag, but I'll take it. All right, and then the last thing to sell, drum roll, was this Straight to Hell Wanda leopard print faux fur teddy coat in a size extra small. So this I sourced from a thrift store when I went thrifting, and I paid $5.30 for this. And what I did not realize until I went to listing is that the lining was tore a little bit at the seam. So I ended up just repairing that, sewing that back up. Not that I did a great job, but I did disclose it. I did show a picture that it had been mended. But someone on eBay sold it, or bought this for full price, again, total for $86.99. My total profit on this was $62.21. So that was an amazing find. If you ever see the brand Straight to Hell, it is kind of a bolo. It retails for pretty high. I think it's like a Chicago brand or something. I don't remember. I'd have to do research again, but I believe that kind of sticks in my head. But that was a really great find. And I just knew that looking at the tag, it looked like something. So if you ever see any brand Straight to Hell, definitely look it up. Always check comps. But even with the repair, that sold really high. So that is it for my least profitable and most profitable sales. Let me know how your August had done. I've seen a couple of people do their recap. Some people had great August. Mine was, again, just kind of so-so. And I'm hoping, it feels like it's picking up again in September. I hope that is a true story, not just what I'm thinking in my head. But like I said, I didn't sell a lot of pieces, but you can see I sold several for full price, which hardly ever happens during an entire month. So, all right, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate, again, the support. If this is content that you like, consider giving me a thumbs up on the way out, and then subscribing to my channel if you have not already, hitting that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you again for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.